Like nothing super special, but it's like initially got this one because it's like going off to college. It's be like, oh, I need like a guitar that kind of does both, like the Strat and Les Paul thing. Howdy y'all, Mica here, and this is the episode 0 of This Noise Will Hurt You, a vlog series where I go over all of like the stuff in my rig, my guitars, pedals and effects, amplifiers, cabinets, approach to like making music or noise, call it what you will. So this episode is going to be just a basic overview of like what I have in my rig. Currently, I'm at the practice space of my band, Western Neptune. We're currently on hiatus due to the plague outside. It's good times, good fun freaking times. Anyways, I'm gonna like probably jump cut to like me back in my apartment, shooting like all the guitars and shit and talking about them there. And we're back. So here is my American Standard Stratocaster, I think around like 2008 year it is. This has been like the guitar I've had for like the longest good guitar I've like had, like well-built USA made guitar. And it's just like kind of been with me ever since I got it as like a Christmas gift. Basically like my folks sort of like chipped in like $400 to like the $600 I had saved up to like get this bad boy. And I've just kind of been working at it for like all the years I've kind of been playing. Like I got it like around a few years like I was in like playing guitar. Like before then I just had like Epiphones and like I had a BC Rich at one point. That was a questionable purchase, but either way. Currently got DiMarzio pickups loaded in here. Tone Zone S, Area 61, and a Pro Track. Has hip shot locking tuners, convenient pick holder there, Dunlop strap locks. I've had like the tremolo block bridge like replaced once because I would get too crazy with the whammy bar and like tore like the bar off and got stuck in there. Oh, good times as a kid. Anyway, the next. Wish I would stop interrupting myself, but next guitar, my Les Paul Custom from 2005, 2003. Like this is like the second good like USA made guitar I had. This was like I think another like kind of pure gift from like my folks. Just like they've just kind of always been like very supportive of me and like my music. Very lucky and privileged to have them like that. This guitar is like I've done like so much of this like over the years. Like I tried to keep it stock, but then it's like I just need like a hotter pickup. And I had like a JB in here at one point, but then it's like that's not good enough. It's like had DiMarzio, like the Tone Zone and like the Air Norton. But then I got like the Bug for Fishman Fluence. which started with this guitar, but we'll talk about this later. So I guess kind of settled on like the Will Adler set, and I've just enjoyed that great. Got a Grover locking tuners, it's easy like put in there. Got the string butler to try to alleviate like the angle break that usually makes things like Les Pauls go out of tune as usual. Kind of helps, but like again, Gibsons are always temperamental, but this has sentimental value. Got like Graph Tech saddle bridge on here because just the bridge was just kind of worn not the correct way. Speaking of worn, it's kind of overdid the sanding on this. Tried putting like some like a tongue wheel to like finish it, but it's kind of a little sloppy. But this is like my perfect imperfect thing. Good times. And next one. Next one is my PRS S2 Standard 24. Like the Strat, it's beat up, put like a ton of stickers on it, and also just modded it over the years. This was another guitar I got at like the same place that I got like my Strat and my Les Paul Matt Umanoff guitars. Used to like intern part-time work there for a bit, like up until like they stopped being a retail shop for guitars and just for repairs now. But like this was the guitar I brought to like got because like thinking going to college, it's like, well, I need like a guitar that can do like both like a Strat and Les Paul kind of thing. Because that tremolo, kind of like the good in between of like the 25-inch scale, which is a good like in between of like Gibson and Fender and stuff, and like humbuckers with the coil splitting. But then I just like ended up bringing my Strat and Les Paul to college either way because I have bad separation anxiety. So is with the fucking plague outside, but you know. Anyways, this was the guitar that sort of like also like gone through like many mods. I had the stock pickups in here at one point, then switched out for DiMarzios, and then this was like where I got the bug for the Fishman Fluence. Currently got like the modern set in here, and just sort of kind of like fell in love with like just like the clarity and just like the brightness from these pickups. It's just sort of like great, and yeah, just sort of kind of hard to put into words. But it's like, again, it's sort of like Dunlop strap locks, rechargeable battery plate. Kind of makes it a little bit difficult when changing strings. Gotta like take this off and unplug it from like the guitar just so I can like put strings in there and re-screw it in. But you know, it sort of hardly breaks things if you put like heavy enough gauge strings and whatnot. So yeah, just really, and this thing's a good like solid guitar. Stays in tune a little bit better than like Les Paul, but like I probably still need to get it set up properly. I kind of fucked up like the nut a bit, so I'll probably have to get like a new one cut for it. But in the meantime, this thing is still like functioning all right. Lastly, the only like really vintage guitar I have that I just like use the hell out of is my Epiphone Wilshire 2 from like the 80s. Like this thing is like so rare that they're like barely like any posts, any like main publications about like the specs on this thing, but I got this at like a guitar center in like Boston. Got it for like a stupid price. I just had to like get it, mainly because it was inspired by like Steve Albini's Black Sled double cutaway telly kind of thing, and also Rocky Brockway's Avenger Vantage guitar that he had. Just sort of like having like this cheap Japanese like import guitar, but like that's also simultaneously like super solid and just has like a character to it. It's like certainly like more character compared to like all like the modern Schecter ESP stuff. They're good guitars, but it's like this kind of is a little bit cooler. So like anyway, I had to like switch out like the pickups on there because like as great as I like them, like they were bright and trebly, they were also really microphonic and like hissed a lot. No matter how much foam I put in the cavities, they needed to be like wax spotted again. So I'll probably get that done eventually, but swapping out for Fishman Fluence Open Core Classics. These might be like my favorite pickups by Fishman. They're just like so clear, but like they are not as like kind of hyped, sonically hyped like the modern pickups are. Like they still have like a good like kind of passive character without sounding like too muddy. Like they still like keep like that Fluence like clarity in there. So if I could like swap out like the pickups in like my PRS for like Open Core Classics, I'd hop on that. But in the meantime, I'm kind of happy with like the moderns in there so far. Besides that, locking tuners, pick holder, strap buttons, locking. And yeah, this is my dedicated drop D full-on sludgy chug that's still articulate. And yeah, those are like the weapons in my arsenal for making music or noise. I don't know how to end this video, so I'm just going to play all the demo clips that I had all at once. So watch out for your ears.